Hello all YouTubers, I am the Weather Dude. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning back in. Today's video for my YouTube video for today is going to be kind of a long range outlook, and we could have a very stormy pattern through the middle and potentially through the end of December. Before I get started, if you like watching weather channels like mine, please consider clicking the subscribe button right here. And also, if you like watching weather a lot, here are some other weather channels on the right hand side of your screen here. You can also look at if you like watching weather videos like these. Let's get started on our presentation for today, November 12th, 2018. So this is the sea surface temperature anomalies by tropical-tidbits.com, and we have a very warm area of water over the Gulf of Alaska, which is right here. And what that is going to do, what I know I might have explained this a lot of times before, is it's going to touch the jet stream well above Alaska, above the western U.S. It's going to take a big dip in the east, and that's going to allow for these big nor'easters. Once it combines with that subtropical jet, it's going to ride up the coast and bring a lot of rain or snow, depending on how far it tracks the coast. And this is our subtropical jet right here. And you might be wondering, well, why is the Gulf of Alaska so warm? Well, the reason for that is we have this high pressure that's been parked here, and that's been driving all this moisture into the western U.S., which is why California's been so wet. And it's also producing a warm flow. So south of the jet stream it's warmer, north of the jet stream is colder. If you didn't know that already, you learned something new right there. So that's the reason why Alaska is so warm right now. So Pennsylvania, Delaware, Jersey area might be seeing a little bit of snow tonight, and we do have another chance for snow early next week from a big coastal storm, or at least a storm coming out of the southwest that's going to be bringing about 1 to 2 inches of rain on its backside. Early next week we might be seeing some snow potential. So some light snow tonight between the PA Turnpike and the New York State Thruway. So about right here in southern Pennsylvania up to about central New York. That's where your best chance of seeing coding to 2 inches of snow for tomorrow's little low pressure system. And then early next week we could even see some snow as well. So this is the total snowfall by the GFS model Tropical Tidbits. And I just wanted to make a quick note. Bandicam, the screen recording app I use, only lets me record up to 10 minutes. So if this video happens to be longer than 10 minutes, please consider checking out the same video part 2, which I don't know if this will be longer than 10 minutes. It probably won't be, but in case it is, check out my part 2 video. So let's continue. So GFS total snowfall, and if we take it through about 5 days or so, maybe 6 days, actually, we'll take it through 6 days, and we see here northern Delaware and northeastern Pennsylvania. Northeastern Pennsylvania actually could see 4 to 6 inches of snow in the next 6 days. Philadelphia, northern Delaware, about 1 to 2 inches, maybe 3, but mainly 1 to 2 inches. If you're lucky, it's going to be very light snow. But southern New York, 10 inches. I really don't think there's going to be a major winter storm. It's mainly going to be rain for this next week's early system. So we'll have to wait and see, but it is going to be a lot of rain. So you're like, why is this map so big? It's because this is North America. This is the U.S., this is Canada, Greenland's right here, and Alaska's right here. And we're going to have just a parade of storms coming into the United States. I mean a parade of storms. And you can see that high pressure here near the Gulf of Alaska. It's way out in the northwestern Pacific. And just watch one low after the other. If you look on the left side of your screen here, and the Pacific, watch one low after the other, after the other, after the other. This is a lot of precipitation coming in. This is a very big deal. That's why around Vancouver, between like Alaska and the lower 48, they're just seeing even hundreds of inches of snow in just such a short period of time, even though they've been so dry. This is what they're going through, and this is good news because poor Greenland has been seeing with the negative phase of the oscillations, which I'll show you in just a minute. The negative oscillation for the North Atlantic oscillation means warmer temperatures for Greenland. So this parade of storms could be good for you. Because if you watch toward your right side of your screen, as the lows each come up, as each low pressure system comes up, it's going to bring a lot of snow and a lot of rain maybe at the coast of Greenland, but I think it will be a lot of snow in Greenland as well. And if you did want to look at the total snowfall for Greenland, we're talking about several inches. We're talking about like 70, 80 inches potentially, but we're not really covering Greenland. We're covering at home here in the lower 48. So again, a parade of storms coming in. This is the cyclonic vorticities. So this show the millibar heights and how strong the storm is. And you can see this storm that's evolving is so strong, in fact, it's actually got like a swirl, almost like a hurricane, but it's not a hurricane. It's going to have a big swirl, and it's going to continue to slightly weaken. You see, it kind of loses that swirl. It's got that nice jet stream dipping down. I will show you the jet stream on the next slide here. And you can see the parade of storms. You can see if you see like a little circles that are closer together, that means stronger wind. And watch as each storm keeps on coming in and coming in and coming in. So the big picture here, very wet for Alaska and for the lower 48 as we end the next several days. So here's the jet stream patterns for 300 millibar heights and winds are in knots. So the thing is, if these parade of storms, they're going to be mainly affecting, Alaska, Vancouver, Canada, Upper Canada. But if one of these storms happens to catch onto this jet stream here, and the jet stream sinks well down into the United States, and one of those storms catches on, it could be a big rain and snow maker. See, here's the storm, so you can kind of see that jet stream dip, and right in the middle of that, like around Arkansas, Louisiana, as we head into hour 54 here, that's where that storm is. And you're going to watch as it continues to pull up in that jet stream. Now it takes a dip in the eastern seaboard, resulting in cooler temperatures there as well. So these are the extended surface fronts. Thursday morning, as you can see, a cold front, and that same low pressure system, that storm I was talking about. If you were to ask me, well, could we have our E-name storm of 2018-2019 winter season? I would probably say no, because it's mainly wet system. Diego was a lot of snow from North Carolina, and not only does the storm have to bring freezing rain, sleet, or snow, it has to cover a large area, and the National Weather Service needs to issue winter storm warnings ahead of the storm. So there's a lot of criteria that goes in naming a winter storm. It's not just like, okay, well, we're dropping an inch of snow and the storm's named. No, it's very, very complicated. So Thursday midday, you can see a lot of rain. It's not really snow spreading. Central Texas, National Weather Service issued a winter storm watch in case there could be some sleet, freezing rain mixed in. Nothing too serious with the snow totals, maybe 1 or 2 inches if you're lucky, but I think it's going to be mainly rain for this storm system as we head through Thursday. 48 hours, rain and snow. South and east, we can see 1 to 2 inches, maybe even a couple or a few inches near Gulf Coast, Tallahassee, Florida. But again, a couple inches. Northern Arkansas, southern Missouri, eastern Oklahoma, we can see 2 to 3 inches of snow. Current surface map shows that there's some low pressure systems trekking across the country. Here's our big storm, rain and snow maker here. It's going to continue to push through Texas and through southeast and eventually the mid-Atlantic. And you notice these high pressures here that are off the coast of the southeast. That's going to bring a nice westerly flow like this. And that's going to allow this low pressure that you see here right now, it's around northern Texas, southeastern Colorado, northeastern New Mexico. It's just going to kind of hug the storm, wrap its arm around it, and just pull it to the east. And eventually this high here, if this high can remain, it's going to pull it up. And that's why, if it just kept pulling it to the south, this whole area right here, potentially from like, Delaware back towards Indiana, could be snow. But since this high is going to pull the storm up through Ohio, it's going to allow warm air. So that's why a lot of this region is going to be rain for this storm system. It looks like my segment is going to end, so please watch my part 2 video. This is the same presentation, just with a different video. I'm sorry I have to get cut off, so please watch my part 2 weather video. I'll catch you guys on part 2 of my video.